In this video, I'm going to give you all the options if you're interested to work in the United States for a short duration, 3 to 6 months max. This video is good for employers who are looking for short duration help, and for those of you guys that are coming to the United States for 3 months for the summer, for 6 months to get some experience. I'm going to go over all the visa options that are allowing you to work here. So if you're interested in this topic, I'll see you on the other side. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Immigration Channel. This is the place we get the most up-to-date immigration news, immigration information, and everything else that you need to make your immigration journey less stressful. My name is Jacob Sapochnick, and I'm an immigration attorney located in San Diego, California, and I help clients in all 50 states and all over the world. And in this video, I'm going to cover all the visa options that are available for those of you who are interested to come to the United States to work here for the summer for 3 months, maybe stay here a little bit longer, 6 months. And for those of you who are employers who are looking for seasonal or short duration help and are clueless about what are the visa options available to you. I promise you I'm going to cover all of them in this video. But before we do that, if you're here for the first time, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos, and also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to show this video to more people just like you. In order to work in the United States on a temporary basis, you're going to need the required visa. You cannot just show up here as a visitor and start working. Many people make that mistake. They can show up here on a tourist visa. Some of you get a tourist visa for up to 6 months entry. Some of you are coming from Europe and other countries that have the ESTA, a 90-day entry permit. Be very careful if you enter on those visas and work in the United States. If they catch you, if they assume that you're working unlawfully, you will lose the privilege to come back to the United States for a long time. So therefore, it is important to plan to come here, especially if you want to come here to work, on the required visa. Even if it's for 3 months, even if it's for 4 months, even if up to 6 months, you still need a work visa. A tourist visa is not going to do it. Many non-immigrant visas allow you to work in the United States on a long duration. I've done a video recently about the H-1B visa, which is a common visa for you to be able to come and work here 3 years, and another 3 years, maximum 6 years, and eventually get permanent residency. But there are quite a few visas that allow you to work here on a short duration. And the first visa, the most popular visa for that, is called H-2B. The H-2B visa is very common in industries like construction, hospitality, ski resorts, and sometimes even in tech companies. And this is specifically for employers that fall under this one of 3 conditions. The first condition is that your need for these employees is seasonal. So for example, let's say you're a ski resort and you need workers just for the winter. And if you can prove that by going through the Labor Department and justifying the need that it's seasonal, and again, H-2B visas work by filing a labor certification with the Labor Department, so we can convince them after doing recruitment that there are no US workers that are able to come and fill that season. We have to recruit from overseas. Once you get your labor certification approved, you can then go ahead and file your application with the USCIS. Now, the nice thing about H-2B is that if you can prove the seasonality of your need, you can actually bring those workers in a blanket petition. You don't have to do it individually, which will allow you to make the process more economical, but also bring you the sufficient labor force that you need instead of trying to do this one by one. The second category for H-2B visa requirements is a one-time occurrence. So for example, let's say you started a new company, or let's say you started a new project, and you just need, let's say, 20 workers to be able to help you build that facility or help you go through the catering event of the season. This is a one-time deal, the wedding of the year, whatever that is. As long as we can prove the one-time occurrence and get those workers to work for you probably up to 10 months, H-2B visas, we typically do them we never do the full year, because if you do the full year, there's no justification for the temporary nature of this particular position if you get them for a full year. So typically, the maximum time we've done H-2Bs is up to 10 months. And finally, the last category that you can ask H-2B workers for is that there's an intermittent need, meaning that there's not enough full-time US workers to be able to do the job. As long as we can prove that, it's very difficult. Again, it's one of those categories that's much more complicated to prove that. But if you can also get H-2B workers to come and work in your company up to 10 months under the intermittent need, again, showing that there's not enough US workers who are able to do this job at this particular time. In our experience, our most common categories that we bring H-2B workers is seasonal. We usually bring seasonal workers for a lot of industries like hospitality, the ski resort industry, the theme parks, A lot of these kind of industries are able to prove the seasonality of their employees, and therefore H-2B visas are really, really popular. The second visa that we can bring temporary workers up to 6 months or less if needed is the H-2A visa. The H-2 visa allows foreign nationals to come work in the agricultural sector specifically. So unlike the H-2B, where you can do different kind of jobs, H-2A labor force is specifically designed for agricultural positions. And again, this is one of those requirements where we have to prove that there's no US workers who are able to do this job. The farmer or the agricultural employer is not able to find US citizens to be able to do the job. And very importantly, we have to show that employing these H-2A farm workers is not going to impact the wages of US citizens who are working in that same area, in the same industry. And again, we do so by filing, again, a labor certification with the Labor Department, going through a recruitment process, justifying there are no US workers who are willing to do the job or able to do this job. And as a result, these farmers are able to bring into the United States to work in those positions temporary farm labor. Again, temporary could be 3 months, 6 months, maybe 10 months. And then when the season is over, when the need is over, they go back home and then they return again to do the same thing, and we can renew it 3 times. Another very popular category for temporary employment is the J-1 visa, cultural exchange. The J-1 visa has multiple categories, from teachers to au pairs to trainees and interns. In our experience, a lot of these J-1s are coming here for the summer, their summer, in the work and travel program. This is a 3 months work program. It's very, very good for a lot of employers who have restaurants and sometimes ski resorts, any other service business. A lot of these employers who are familiar with the J-1 program are very happy with it, because you can bring these highly enthusiastic, determined young individuals from other countries who can come to your company and bring the culture and provide diversity, and it's really, really good program. So the work and travel is the easiest way to get them over here for 3 months. Then one of our most popular ones is the intern, where they can come and work at a company up to a year. They can come, it's an exchange program where they learn, they go under a training program, they have to understand how the US system is working, and in exchange, of course, while they're at the company learning certain things, they're also providing assistance, and they're working, obviously. So the J-1 visa as a trainee, as an intern. So a trainee are typically those that are either in school or actually graduated already, have some experience, some education, and they're coming to work as a professional trainee. Typically, we can get them up to a year, sometimes longer. A lot of our interns are actually still in school, and between their semesters, they're coming to the United States to work as interns. And again, a very, very popular program is the work and travel, which is a 3 months, it's the summer of the interns coming to the United States to be able to work here, gain experience, make a little bit of money. And of course, for US employers, it's a great program because it allows them easily to bring those interns to work in their company and enhance the culture and the experience of everybody involved. So there you have it, the most common visas that allows you to work here as little as 3 months up to a year. The H-2B visa typically for seasonal work, H-2A visa typically for farm work, farm labor, and finally the J-1 visa for interns, cultural exchange, work and travel experience. These are great category and visa options to allow individuals to come here to work here temporarily as little as 3 months. Now remember, you are able to come here as a visitor, but as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, be careful, you cannot work as a visitor. If you are caught working as a visitor, you will lose your privileges to come to the United States forever. So take advantage of the H-2B, H-2A, J-1. Give me a text, 619-483-4549. We've done a lot of H-2Bs, H-2As, J-1s over the years, and we are here to help you. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And as always, I'll see you on the next video.